Okay, in the last session, I have completed view component. Okay, in the view component, just open up what is the view component. Okay. One here, this is a view component, and we have created the HTML these things, and one here in the action, in the view action, we have register. Okay, on employee action, this is register. On here, 2 plus we have just run this code. Imply index. Okay, this is a view component. Just open. Okay, this is a data from view component. Whether it's nice, umbrella, play, cricket, something. Okay, so this data will you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see.
No, you can see my browser.
No, I cannot see your browser.
Okay. Now you can see my browser.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I close this browser and open on here. Okay. Okay. Now you can see my browser, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So on here, this is a whether these things come from view component, or on here change customer, this come from the view component.
Okay.
These things have completed in the last session. Maybe you remember.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So then you can understand
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
Maybe you forget. Okay. This is 1 week.
Yeah. Can you repeat again
Yeah.
the views component, the last session?
This is we have created the on here. We create the for the view component. We have created the one folder on here
Okay.
on parent level. On here we create the one folder view component.
View
Inside this
component.
view component, we have created the class
Okay.
comment list view component. Okay.
View component. Okay.
Inside this class, we have write the method. We have created the one each invoke method. Inside the invoke
Okay.
method, we have some static data. This data come from DB. This data will come from.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And same things, this view folder, and for this we need to HTML page. Okay. View page. So view page we need to create the view folder. Inside the view folder, in the share folder, in the share folder is public folder. It can file in this folder shareable in every place. Okay, so that we have created on here component folder. On here we have component folder. Inside the component folder we have created the comment list. Comment list, this means this is a page on here. This is comment list. This is a common things. Then you create any component, view component, then you can add this thing view component. This name is common. This is a class name. Same things we have creating in the folder name comment list.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside the comment list, we create the view. This is a view. Okay. This view bind data on here, list and rendering on here. This is list. Okay. Model. This is model come from there. Model come from here and rendering on here. This data will show on the controller view page, employee and
Okay.
customer. Okay, so then go to the move to further. Suppose we have on here we have no any parameter. Okay, so we want to create add some parameterized based things on here. So suppose that we have on here int total count. Okay, total count. Suppose that we have two pages: employee page, employee controller, and customer controller. Okay, so we have we have data is 4. One page we are showing 3 data. One page we will show 2 data. One page we are showing we will show 1 data. Okay, according
Okay.
we can send the parameter. Okay, and after that on here we have list. On here we have pair filter filter comments is equal to list dot take. You know the link queue.
Yeah. What is that?
Link queue in C sharp. You know the oops concept. C sharp.
Yeah. No.
You know C sharp oops concept. You don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I'm not much familiar. I just, yeah.
Or C sharp keyword. Like on here
Mm-hmm.
we have this is a string. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I know string.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have some link queue things. This is a separate skill. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is its a separate part. Okay,
Okay.
I cover on some keyword, but not all. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
as a
Got it.
requirement we
Okay. It
can
is a
complete.
keyword. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
as
it.
a requirement we can complete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, suppose we have on here
Yeah.
take. This is take
Mm-hmm.
is a keyword of link queue.
Okay.
Take means
Okay.
this take the uh, on here total count. Okay, on here suppose that
Okay.
I send the 2, then
Uh-huh.
take from here list. Suppose in the list we have 3 value. In the list we have 3 value and take matlab take. Okay, take
Yeah.
you can understand in the non-technical language take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, this is same give me mm, take take something. Okay,
Yes.
same keyword. This is
Mm-hmm.
that take total count 2. Okay, so
Okay.
from 3 from 4 we want to 2, from 4 we want to 1. This thing this is for take. It is for the take. These things for
Okay.
taking on here.
Mm-hmm.
So after that this come from on here and filter. So then this parameter come from when I register this view component. From there these things will come like on here. From here
Mm-hmm.
uh, will come
Okay.
comma new. Okay, total comments is equal to, suppose that I want show data on this page only 2 row. Okay, then on here we are passing 2. Okay, then we are passing 2. Then this will 2 send to in this 2 send in component list view on here 2. Okay, then come on here 2. Then list we have in the list we have 4 value. Okay, 4 array. From 4 array
Mm-hmm.
it will take 2 from top. Means on that page whether is nice umbrella it will show on this page.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, on this
Okay.
page this thing show. Then
Okay.
other page we can just open. This is a just on here we have on here comma new total comment is equal to 3. This
Mm-hmm.
page will show 3 records. three value. Okay.
Okay.
So for
Yeah.
that you want so on also on here home page, like home page, copy, and on here home page. Okay, paste. We want to show on here only one. Okay. Then you can check also with the debugger if the values come from 1, 2, 3 or something. Just first run, then check the debugger. Okay. So this is a default page. Default page on here value is showing 4. Okay, value is showing 4. Just I add the debugger on here. This is a home page. Okay, on here add the debugger. Home value is come 0. This is wrong. Something is wrong on here. Value is 0. Component that invoke total commands. Total commands is equal to 2. Total commands, and we need to make total counts. Okay, it is same there. Total commands and total commands and total commands and total command. Okay, then again run. What is the error? Total counts. Okay, total commands. Values come from 1 because by default we have loading the home page. Okay, through the routing, it by default load the home page. Then home page. This is a home page. No, this is not home page. Just this is employee page. This is home page index. Okay, this is home page index. We am passing 1. Okay, so on here come 1. On here come 1. Then run. Continue. Okay, why the data is 4? Just okay. We need to filter data. Then again pass this variable change on your list. Okay, actually
Okay.
you can understand this line. What the issue on here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
we
yeah.
filter
Full
data
comments.
from here and set value in the filter command. Then filter command pass on here. Okay,
Yeah.
this is issue due to that reason data is not filtering on there. Then again run. One, there is error is coming something. This is saying but view data dictionary instance requiring model item of this item of collection learning list. But this is a okay. So same things we can do on here. Mm, mm, this is INRML and we can bind this data model list on here model list. Just I check. Okay. So let's say set value on here. But list is going to filter, take the list. Okay. Actually, on here we have list. Okay. And on here we have list. So it will taking, it will speaking tell that we need to list type. Okay. But it is returning I in removable. So we need to return to list. Okay. This is a return type issue. You can see on here I in removable.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to return dot to list. Dot to list. Okay. Now if you can see on here data is 1. Okay. And employee index, you can see employee index. Just I add the table or is in here. Data is 0. Why data is 0 coming? Continue. Like is on here value is 0. Then employee page, customer, home, new total comment 3. Total comment. Okay. Total comment. Home. Then on here. Okay. On here in the employee page, this is the employee page. Okay. This is employee page. On here we are passing 3. Then you can see on here 3 value 1 to 3. Okay. Then again go to the customer page. Okay. Customer page only have 2 value. So then we can check the customer page. Customer page. On here we are sending 2 value. Okay. So according parameter you can get filter. But actually I am filter data from only here. Okay. Same things when this data will come from DB. After that you can filter some things. Okay. This data when come data from DB. This is talk about the parameter on the view component. Suppose that you can pass 2 parameters, same things you can pass 2 parameter on here, comma, and other parameter you can pass. Multiple parameter you can pass on here. Okay. So another things on here. On here, suppose we are passing these things. Okay. Suppose because this is a shared folder. This is in the shared folder. Okay. So if you want to move this default page in the employee page, inside the employee page, paste. Okay. So from here it cannot be accessed directly. For that we need to set path on here. like because in the shared folder it is accessible directly, but if you paste in another folder, then you need to set path according this uh, tilde this sign, no? Mm, this sign. Okay. Views, and inside views customer inside default. Okay, so inside default you can see it like this. Suppose that key when you have view component view not available in the component, this component is in uh, available in any other uh, view folder. Okay, so
Mhm.
for that you need to set the path. Write this syntax, you can set the path, but this is a complex. Okay,
Okay.
we need to how to set the path. So best way you can use the share folder. Best way you can use the share folder. Don't use these things like this way. Direct you can on here pass. Okay, so this is things for this is for all these big component related things. Any confusion on here, please let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
Then it is good.
Yeah, it is good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now next point we'll talk about the uh, suppose that this is a index method. You know about the index method. Oh, you know this is a not index method. This is a action method. Action, because in MVC method is called on here. This is a method. Okay, this is a method on here. It is action method. It is a action method. Through this browser you can access index method. Okay, with the view. But suppose we have some another method we are writing on here, like public int add numbers. Okay, and on here return 10. Okay, then copy and run this page. On here customer. Okay, inside the customer we have passed this index. Okay, you can see on here this is a output is coming on 10. Suppose that in this function we have some write the logic, some complex logic. Okay, and if you any pass any parameter according we can pass parameter, and some hacker or some anonymous user can use this function. Okay, so this is this can unuseful for the data. Means this misuse of data, because this is not good practice, because we have created any function, any third person is coming and pass any parameter according parameter Suppose we have some on here, insert, update, delete. Okay, a kind of parameter he can update. Okay, insert something or something data it will take. Okay, so this is a wrong things. Suppose on here we have write the private. Okay, private. We have created the private method, and on here we can pass. On here we can pass. Okay, this is a good. This is because these things we are using on here because we have created the one private method, and this private method suppose that when you are accessing on here, customer. Okay, and then access. Okay, this local space, this method is not accessible. Okay, due to modifier private. So if you want some logic, some complex logic, okay, with parameter, so for that you need to write the private method, not public method. Okay, you need to write these things through the private because through the URL you can access the any method if you clear the public. And
Okay.
these things suppose that if you create the public one here, okay, then in MVC we have one keyword is coming on here, non-action. Non-action. Okay, just run again. This is a public method, correct? Then again
Yes.
run this code and pass this method. Again pass customer. Okay, this method is not accessible because we have add this keyword non-action. Okay, this method is doing this method is can private or not accessible through the URL. Non-action is used for the you cannot access any method through the URL.
Okay.
Only action method it can access through the URL. Action method.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mhm.
suppose that we have created the one public JSON result get customer. Okay. On get customer where customer view model is equal to new customer view model. Okay. And here we have write the customer name or name. Okay. Name is your name is Pawan, correct?
Yeah.
So okay. On here return is return JSON. On here we are taking one uh, one parameter only data, second parameter is data. Okay, so we are passing on here only data model. Then check this method through the URL get customer. Customer. Okay, same thing on here. It is accessible. Okay, regarding you can any anonymous user or hacker see all data of your method if you have some secure data. So for that you need to write on here. Write on here these things you cannot add on here. You can add on here then if you have create some logic, okay, create some logic or things for that you can create the apply on here non-action if your method is public. Otherwise you can create the private method. Before that we will talk about the on here just uh, you can say action method we have, okay. On here suppose we will discuss some point if you cannot understand actually this is a interface, this is a I action result, this is a interface, this is a interface. This interface implemented by action result class, okay. This is a implementation on here. This interface implemented by action class. Suppose on here suppose on here system action result, okay. Inside the action result this is a, you know, the base class.
Hello.
Yeah, you know the base class.
Base class?
Yes, base class.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose public, suppose that key on here on these things right on here, okay. This go to the definition, okay. No, abstract class, okay. Abstract class, uh, abstract class. What is the difference between abstract class and interface?
Abstract class and interface.
Yes.
Mm,
Okay. So in the interface, you can only declaration method, declared method in the interface. Interface in the interface we can only declaration, but in the abstract class you can both things you can do in the abstract class, declaration and implementation both,
Okay.
okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a this action method action result is a abstract class, okay. Abstract class can be abstract class is can be abstract class is child class.
Yeah.
No, abstract class cannot be child class, it is always parent class, okay. So this is a action result is abstract class, okay. This is always parent class, not child class. So on here inside this class we have sorry, we have multiple child child class inherit from this action result. One, two, three, four, five, okay. So Okay. So on here, sorry, first is a view result. View result. Okay. View result. This is a child class. This is a base class. Just write on here. Okay. This is a sorry base, not base class. This is a abstract class. Abstract class. Okay. All class is child class. You can see like this. Uh, okay. This all class is view result, and on here we write on here JSON result, and on here write content result. Okay, content result and redirect result from one page to another page. For that purpose, this method will use action and redirect to action. Redirect to action result. Okay, and another action method, like when some issue is coming, for 404 error is coming, then for that we have another uh, for that we have written the status code. Okay, or we have some generic like action result. Okay, also you can pass on your T. You know about the generic, the
No.
generic and non-generic.
Mm.
Okay, generic, in the generic you can pass particular value. Okay, in the generic you can pass data type. Suppose that just go to Visual Studio on here, just like this is a on here. This is a list. Okay, this list is a only we have 8 value on here, string type only, not in type. So generic means you can generic data means you can understand, you can, if you understand in the non-technical language, this is generic means unique type. Okay, means this list only accept string type, not integer type. This it is called generic. Suppose that it remove list. Okay, we have list. It accept all things like integer, string, object, decimal, something, ABCD, something. It will accept. But if you do on here, if you do on here string, not string, this type string. Okay, then it will accept only string type.
Okay.
Okay, it is called generic or non-generic.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yeah.
So go to the on here. Okay, this is a abstract class, and this all is on right on here. Uh, child class, child class. Okay, all is child class. Sorry, child class. HID. Child. Okay, if you suppose that we have multiple return type, some whenever get list type, whenever get list JSON, whenever return content, Okay, if you don't know any data types, and that time you can return type is action result, or action result is implement inter I action result. This it is in interface on here. It is implement I action result. Okay, it is interface. It is interface. Okay, I action result. So in the .NET latest version, return time always I action result. Okay,
Okay.
when you can go in the previous .NET MVC, on there we have return type by default action result. But in .NET 4, in latest version, you can see on here. You can see when you create the method, this is a by default I action result. But if you do the Google and old MVC, .NET MVC, then you can see on there by default action result. Okay, so in the latest we return type be using interface. This is interface. Okay, suppose that we the return type on here, we have the result is JSON type, then you can do these things. Okay, if you know the result type is view result, then you can add on here view result, view result. A carting data type you can use. If you don't know any data type, then you can use IX result. Okay, so this is a abstract class. Through the abstract class inherit in the result, JSON result contain all things according requirement. You can use view result. Okay, uh, view result used for the Razor view. Razor view. Okay, after that we will discover the Razor. JSON used for the JSON data. Okay, content result used for the plain text. Suppose one page to another page redirect, then redirect result use redirect to action. Suppose that if you redirect to another action, these things on here. This is a suppose that this is a return type in MVC action. Okay, all these things we will use in application for return type. This all thing is a return type.
Okay. What about for the web APIs?
Web API, also in the web API we can use IX result.
Okay.
Same things on there. This return type also on there. You can, if you see in the web API, also on there IX result. And but on there it on here it will change on there. Controller change on their controller base. Only this class will change on the web API. When you create web API, all things is same. Action return type is same in the web API. But on there something is change on here. Return type is return to here. These things because on there no view. Because on there no view.
No view.
So okay, we have no HTML on there, correct? In web API.
Yes.
So on there, these things are not there. View. Instead of view on there, we write the code okay. Okay method on there. Okay, this thing
Yeah.
you can understand.
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll talk about the Razor. these things we can add. Okay, so on here, actually, Razor is a you can say they create the dynamic page. Suppose that key on here, go to the view page. Suppose we have controller home index on here. Okay, now come in this code. Okay, this is code. This is my code. Suppose we want some dynamic data bind on here. Okay, Okay, this is a markup syntax. On here, we need to write on here at the rate.
Okay.
At the rate on here. At the rate. Okay, this is a Razor syntax. Create the dynamic page. It will come in MVC3. MVC3 version, it will come on that time. Okay, so how to use Razor View? Just how many type of these things? So on here, uh, first, second, third, and fourth, and on here. Okay, Razor. Razor is type. How many types is it? Single statement, S SINGL, single statement block. Okay, you can write common things on here. Statement block. Okay, single statement block on here. Uh, inline statement block, or if statement, or you can see on here loop statement, loop. Okay, or another also, but it is some common things on here. Razor, we have single, inline, if, and loop. This is a statement block. Okay.
Okay.
Then how to use these things in the code level? Then on here, this is a Razor. Okay, syntax algorithm. Inside we have write syntax where uh, message is equal to hello world. Okay, hello world, and okay, inside this Razor, and outside we have write one p tag and on here my message is colon @msg. Okay, this thing is dynamic on here. Okay, this value set on here, and this is dynamic on here. So first definition we are saying starting, Razor is a dynamic. Create the to create dynamic web page. Okay, so this is a web page. This is index.cshtml is a web page. On here, we want to create the dynamic content on here. Then you can use Razor. Okay, so we start first is a single statement block. Okay, single statement block only when you assign on here message is hello world and print on here through the that message. Okay, and inline statement you can see on here. Okay, this is a also you can say this is single and inline because on here this is inline message and single statement. And if you want to write on here if statement block, if uh, write something on here is equal to true, uh, write something on true, let's say things only if statement on here true. If true, then we can print on here p, or can print the message on @message. Okay, this is a if statement. If statement is true, then print this value. On here formatted is not. Okay, so this is a if statement, inline statement, block statement, and single. Okay, and after that we have using on here for loop statement. Loop statement for int I is equal to 0 or I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 20, and I plus plus. Okay, on here we can print the value. P take, okay, inside the P take line you can add on here I. Okay, so we have on here this is a Razor syntax Razor is for the dynamic, create the dynamic web page. Okay, on here we have inline statement block, single statement block, if statement, for each for statement. Okay, these are many type of uh, statement block in the Razor. If you want to run this code on here, then you can run comment this code. Okay, now run. Okay, so you can see on here my message is hello world. You can see my no, you cannot see my screen. Okay, you can see my screen. Hello.
Hello.
You can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. On here we have message. My message is hello world. Okay. So on here this is a first message. I print this message on here. Okay. If statement if true, then print the message. And also through the loop we have print the value 20. So these things on here, message hello bird, and we have print till 20. It is 20. Okay,
Okay.
this is a multiple statement block. Okay.
Okay.
After that we have function block. Function block you can see on here. This is a Roger. Okay, and inside this we also function block. Function block we can say inside function block. Function block we have two type of function. 2, 3, 4 multiple type of function. First is a first is a at the rate. Second is at the rate function. Okay, at the rate function. Inside this you can write code, or at the rate inside we can write the code. This is a function block. Okay, so remove this code. Okay, no problem. Enter. Just start from the at the rate block statement on here. At the rate we have write on here some we have creating. Also you can create inside this at the rate block statement. You can write an function like string name is equal to course. Name is equal to course and void so data. Okay, so data inside this block. Okay, and print the data is to you can write here edit courses. Edit courses and so function name is we have function name so data. So data and on here we can pass no array type string array type. Okay, first is Python, second is AI, third is ML. Okay, so we need to on here also at the rate so what is error is coming on here. Okay, on here we are not passing any parameter, so we can pass on here string array. Okay, so we are printing on here add p inside p at the rate name. Okay, at the name course and ul inside ul we use the for each where item in array and here in li we can print @item. Okay, so inside this @result syntax we can also just I again remember these things. Just definition for the result syntax. You can create the dynamic web page through the result. Okay, so on here be all things on here this function dynamic. Okay, according to you can customize things. This is a result. Inside this result you can all things is dynamic, and from the HTML you can call this function. This is a function. We have passed the data on here, Python, a different language on here, and pass parent and print on here. Okay, @block. Okay, so just run this code. You can see edit courses, course Python AI ML. Okay, in the block statement you can see. Hello.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I understood.
okay, so these things we are doing. Okay, after that we have another things we can do. This is @, and after another function we are creating function. Function. Okay, this is a function. This is @. Okay, this is block, and this is function block. Through this we can do same things on here. Copy this code. Okay, and code from here. Like you can copy this code on here and 1 and 1. Okay, so same thing on here. Through this function block, this through the block. This is a function. So function we are doing same things in both places. Just run. You can see both things through this block, through this function block. Okay, so you can understand function and block.
Yes.
Okay, so this is for the result. Okay, on
Right.
here
Yeah.
this is a for understanding for the results how it is working on here. So now move to the routing. How to work routing. Suppose these things we can copy. Okay, so actually routing it is a pattern. Okay, matching system. Suppose two things, we have two things. Means we have two place and match this value, match the place. Matching pattern system. That when monitor the incoming request and figure out what to do with this request. Suppose that when we have this is a request. Okay, this is a request. This is a request. This request from where and how to redirect from where. Okay, so this is a figure out how to figure out what to do with this request. This is a request and how to figure out uh, that where I go, how to figure out. Okay, so match the incoming request means first suppose when copy this URL and copy and paste, then coming incoming URL coming and check the endpoint. Okay, through in the code check the endpoint. Okay, how to serve the request. Just on here, just create the figure on here how to work. Right, we have okay, so this is it. Let's okay. This is a browser. This is a browser. Multiple browser we have. Okay. Okay. No problem. Suppose this is a Chrome. Okay. This is Edge. This is a Firefox. Okay. From here, come request. Okay. From here, come request and come on here. Come on here. And on here, we have routing. Okay. On here, routing. Request come in the request come on routing. And routing send request to controller. Okay, and controller communicate with the model. Sorry, with the model. This is a model. Okay, controller communicate with the model, and on here we have view. On here we have view. You can say action. Okay, action method for view. Then model come back controller, and on here it's back to the on here view. On here back to view. And view send the response to browser. This is request. Okay, request come to the routing routing send request to the controller. Control communicate with the model with for the data purpose and return to the data in the action, and action return to the view, and view return the response to the browser. Response to the browser. Through this circle, through this cycle, life cycle, we get the request and send the response. Okay. First request go to the routing. Routing send the request according the parameter action controller send the each controller send the request. So it routing will decide how to send the request, which controller and which action. Okay. Then after that, controller go to controller what data we need for that action. So controller communicate with the model. And data come from model, and then this and again return to the action, and action return to the view with with the data and return to the response to the browser. Then output will be come. Okay, this is a routing sequence. Understand this thing figure? How to work out request and
Yes.
response.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, suppose that when we have get the request, okay, when you get the incoming request, and suppose that when you some URL, okay, some query string, uh, some encrypt URL, something else, okay. So how to pass URL, okay. After the pass URL, how to match the URL. If URL is not found, then what is the issue, and if URL found, then what is the issue, okay. So how this sequence is working like this for when uh, uh, this suppose on here first on just incoming request, incoming request will come, incoming request, okay, incoming request, then it incoming request do with the parse, how to parse on here, parse URL, okay. After that on here, after that it match the URL, and the match URL, and matching URL, okay. And after that suppose that on here root found, if URL is found, root found, root found, okay. If yes or no, if yes, then what happened, then process request on here, process request, process request. If not found, not found, if no, then HTTP 404 error will come. HTTP 404 error will come. Okay, this sequence URL is coming. URL, when URL come, then pass URL and finding matching URL, which URL. Okay, check the root found. This root found, then process the request. If not found, then error is coming 404 or something 403 is the request. Like these things, we have get the URL all things request handling. Okay, this things is called request handling. You can say on here, this is a request handling. Request handling. Okay, understand this thing?
Yes. Yeah, understood.
Okay. So now we'll talk about the how many type of routing. How many types of routing? On here, routing. Routing. There are two types of routing. First is a convention routing, and second is attribute is routing. Okay, there are two type of routing on here: convention based routing and attribute based routing. Still, you have any doubt?
No. Yeah, it is clear.
Okay,
Okay.
so we will talk about the convention based routing.
Okay.
So on here in program.cs, okay, this routing is based on convention based routing. This routing is based on convention based routing. On here, pattern controller action ID. This is convention based routing.
Okay.
Okay, actually this method will change. This method is come, suppose that on here. This method in .NET Core 1.0, 1.0 and 1.0 and 2.x. On there,
Mhm.
this method is a map root. From that time, that method is a map root.
Okay.
After in 3.x 2 3.x 4 and 5.x 5.x method change on here. Use endpoint. Use endpoint. Okay, so endpoints. After that 5.x. After that 5.x 6.x 7.x and at point X, then we have this method. Okay. This method will change in these are version 1.2 MapReduce, 3.5 use endpoint, and 3.6.7.8 we have using currently we are using map controller route method for convention based routing. So okay, now we can continue tomorrow. Tomorrow will early we can start.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, early
Tomorrow.